Hip-Prov returns to Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle coming up a week from today, September 19th.
That's catchy, Hip-Prov.
Yeah.
And with more on the upcoming show, we have host and comedian Tam White and Detroit comedian Coco. Thanks for coming in this morning. Really appreciate this.
Thank you for having us.
So, Tam, you have a unique comedic style, kind of blends improv and hip-hop. How did you come up with this?
Okay, well, I'm an improv actor and a stand-up comedian. During the pandemic, when everything was shut down, I was missing performing in the clubs and theaters. So I taught myself how to live stream a game show. So I would cast local comedians and improvisers weekly. And people would just watch, and they would submit suggestions online through the Facebook page, and they would all compete in games, rap battles, hip-hop trivia. So that's how I came up with the name Hip-Prov, by the way. It's improv with a dash of hip-hop.
It's a great name. I mean, you don't think of those two married together. No. So how did that come about?
Because I love hip-hop a lot, hip-hop music, and I love improv a lot. And the world was shut down, so I just put the two things I love together. And it makes sense. Like I said, trivia, a lot of the games that you see in a lot of the improv clubs, I kind of like maybe renamed them after a hip hop artist or song, and gave it a twist so it feels hip hoppy. It worked itself out. It wasn't a lot of work for me. It seems like it came natural.
Kind of gelled together.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
You got to do what you love. Now, Coco, you've been involved in comedy in Detroit for a long time. What's your role in this show?
All things comedy.
All things.
I've been a stand-up comedian for 32 years, so all things comedy. So married for me, my radio background of almost 30 years, and a comedy marriage, and it was a beautiful baby. Hip-hop, 50 years of hip-hop, oh, I can't do that. Okay, so you take
let your backbone slide.
Right, yes.
There you go.
And you marry the thing, like Tam said, you take the improv, which is usually kind of straight, and then you put it with the hip-hop, you add that kind of funk. Okay, Tam, stop. Okay, yeah. So it worked for me. Tam reached out to me couple years ago, and I said, I'm with it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
So what can folks expect here when they go to the show? A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
All of it.
So she will compete against 3 players.
Okay.
And I have beatboxer Stevie Soul, Detroit star beatboxer. He will beatbox when it's time for them to come up with raps, freestyle raps off the top of their head. Everything we do in the show is based on the audience suggestion. I give them trivia questions. The judge, Michael McDaniel, a comedian who's an incredible celebrity impressionist, he'll judge each round as a celebrity. It can be Dave Chappelle, Dr. Phil, Obama, you name it. Jim Carrey, it gets crazy. The audience wins prizes. And the audience is in control because, again, they give us suggestions.
Yes.
That's how you know everything is just off the top of our head. We can't rehearse this.
That is insane as a performer, having somebody else in control. Now, it's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to kind of give us a little idea. Give us a little demonstration about how this works.
Okay, give me some, Tam. Give me some.
Okay, so a warm-up game that we play in the beginning, just to test their quick wit for the audience, they love this one. It's called World Premiere. I'll ask you to give me an everyday 3-letter acronym like ABC, IRS. She'll give us a movie title beginning with those 3 letters. Like, for example, if it's ABC, your movie title may be All Babies Cry, something like that.
Okay.
She'll come up with the movie title and then a 2 to 3 sentence premise of what the movie's about. And then the audience decides whose movie they'd rather see. She has to, so yeah.
So they kind of vote? Like, do they just give a show of hands?
They usually clap, cheer.
Okay.
Or they give you a nice whoop whoop.
And it's also up to the judge, too. Michael, he's there judging, too, So it's no pressure.
No, give me some. Give
her a 3-letter acronym.
Okay, here we go. Let's go. Well, we're company
IRS.
people. No, CBS.
Oh, there you go. All right, perfect.
Let's see. CBS, comedians bring stuff.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to a theater near you starting in October. We have a new show. No, it won't be on any of those channels. It'll be on CBS because comedians bring stuff. Come on out, show out, bring your bag, and whatever your stuff is, as a comedian, just bring your stuff. CBS. You got it.
Hey, all right, that's
I love
good.
it.
I think I'm just going to get a raise, too.
Yes,
absolutely. That was good. That was good.
Company line. And then the hip-hop, how does the hip-hop kind of blend with that?
So that's just the warm-up, so that's not hip-hop.
Okay, so that's the warm-up.
Right. But so the trivia, for example, they all have the opportunity to give me their favorite decade, right? And they get to choose their level of difficulty, hard, medium, easy. And so before the show, like days before, I prepare all of their trivia questions, and I love that. So a lot of times, I think you usually choose like maybe the 80s,
Of
which
course.
is like my
The
favorite.
80s, okay.
80s,
That was
90s,
good.
yep.
The 80s were good to me.
And so there's some hip hop
That's
in
another
there.
interview.
Yes.
Yes, that's a whole
Another
other
show.
story.
Yes.
Yeah. Not a morning
CBS
show.
After Dark.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I have a game that's called, I call it Bust the Lines instead of Bust the Rhymes. But during the game, like she and I may be in a scene based on a suggestion from the audience. We start a scene, we're just in dialogue. But whenever someone hits the bell, we have to start rapping during that scene. Until we hear the bell rings again, then we go back to speaking. So that's hard. But it looks really easy to the audience because they're all so great.
Let's do one.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to hit a fake
Okay,
bell for
we'll
us?
pretend.
Okay. Well, give us a suggestion of what our scene is about. Just give me a location.
Okay, our location is the Motown Museum.
Motown Museum. Mom, I'm so glad you brought me here. It took you 15 years, but I'm finally here. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, you're always putting pressure on me about time. Time is so insignificant once you get to be my age, 35. I don't know how we're the same age. I love the Motown Museum. You know, I remember back in the day when I used to go up and down the boulevard and I used to look at the Motown Museum, and one day I just visualized myself being in there with Diana Ross.
There's your bell.
I visualized myself being in the studio, singing on my things, sounding like Julio, and I was going to do my beat right, and then I showed up one day last night.
Mom, I want to be just like you. I want to sing your rap at the Detroit Zoo. I'm so glad you bought me after all these years. Now I can't hold back all my tears. You're the best mom in the world, and that's why I am your favorite girl.
Oh, well done, well done. That was seamless. You're right,
Fantastic.
seamless. All right.
Thank you.
So I have to ask Tam. I mean, we talked a little bit earlier about the audience being in control of the show. Like, I know you've done this a while now, so you're probably used to it. But at first, that's got to be scary. Having somebody else just throwing stuff out, and all of a sudden you got to go.
No.
Not at all, huh? You're a brave woman.
Well, if you're witty in that way, you're never scared of things like that. You just can't be. You can't be an improviser and be scared of that. It just doesn't make sense.
That's right. I guess you wouldn't be an improviser if you were scared.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like I don't know how to swim, so I don't get in the water. You know what I mean?
Smart.
Yeah. So have you ladies done this show before elsewhere?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Several times, and each time she reaches out to me, or either sometimes she'll post and I reach out like, hey, you need somebody for that date. It challenges me as a comedian, and then it allows me to work on my improv skills and just work on that audience relationship, and it allows me also to reinvent myself as a comedian.
That's right.
So, you got to constantly reinvent and redo and tweak and work. I don't want, and this is my thing, don't ever get that comfortable in what you're doing that you won't challenge yourself to take it to a whole nother level.
All right. Give
Well
us the nuts
said.
and bolts once more, Tam. Where, when, how do people get involved?
Okay, the All-Star Hip-Prov show is September 19th, 7:30 at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Troy. You can get tickets at comedycastle.com.
It's going to
All
be a
right.
great show. You got a little taste of
Yes.
it here this morning. A whole lot more when the show kicks off.